Welcome to a guide to new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It is Wednesday the 17th of July and we have new mods. I am fully aware I've missed a few from the last couple of days. Been a bit hectic with various different things going on. There was the Hardy Interactive Sprayers by Holger Sengstock, which were very much like the Coon Pack, which means you can transfer herbicide and liquid fertilizer between the various different tanks and sprayers. There was the Service Pickup Pack, which in essence was a pickup truck with a fuel tank that went into the back of it. What else? Been a couple of updates. Pottinger Top 652 by Agrotechnic Nordeifel. But today's mods, well, we've got an update for the New Holland 40 pack, an update for the Lemkin ITS Lemkin pack. But then we start off with the actual mods, the new ones. In front of me here, we don't have some strange new harvesters. This is an odd one. This is the Cutter Adapter Pack by Jason, aka J-Rock. It's not actually the headers, obviously. It's the little bit here that goes between the wheel loader and the header, and with the other one, the telehandler and the header. So what I'm going to do is very quickly just drop that down. Disconnect that. And disconnect that. So that is the mod. That's the cutter adapter, and we've got one that goes for the wheel loader and one that goes for the telehandler. Now they're interesting in that they serve a fairly singular purpose, in so much as they're going to be great for around the yard manoeuvring these about. I know what it's like when you've got a header trailer, and header trailers aren't always the easiest things to manoeuvre, and for storing headers in tight spots and places like that, it becomes quite tricky. So I can see where these are going to have a use for tidying yards, keeping your headers out of the way, even if you want to put them up on racking up out the way and things like that. Realistically, would you take your header out to the field on a wheel loader or the telehandler? Well, probably not, because a header trailer is designed to take it that direction, so it kind of follows the road. The reason you have a header trailer is because the header's normally quite wide and you wouldn't have that on the front of the harvester that width. So realistically, this wouldn't be a transport method to and from the field. But I can definitely see it being incredibly useful around the yard. Like I say, when you drop it off and those header trailers are a little bit pesky and you've got somewhere a little bit awkward you want to put your header, and you can actually, you know, it's incredibly useful for putting it right up out the way wherever you want it, up high on something or whatever you want to do. It's clever. Now, we have got some options, and it is quite top heavy. You might have to put some rear weights in the back of these various different vehicles, but depending on what setting you have it on. At the moment I've got it on tool selected is the main vehicle, which gives me all the usual arm controls, but I have got some other options. If I press it onto that one, I can move the header sort of. It's a bit odd. Just the header up and down. I've got no tip function on that. And if I press it again, I can actually adjust the head in and out. So I have got some kind of manipulation available. But again, I'm not quite sure why. That would be something surely that you would do when you hook up to the harvester. You'd make all those adjustments on the harvester. But anyway, yeah, I mean it's an interesting one, something really different, and haven't really come across it before. I know what I'm like for storing stuff, and I know how header trailers can be a real pain. So I can definitely see the use for it, but it's just I don't know. You can probably tell it's got me a little bit baffled. I'm sure I'll get inundated with messages from people telling me how and when these are actually used. I mean, that's what kind of makes sense to me. With this one on the telehandler, especially with corn headers, we have got the ability to fold them up as well on the actual telehandler. But in essence, the attachment is the same. Let's just drop that off. That's it there on the front. That's your attacher. So yeah, that's the cutter adapter pack by Jason, aka J-Rock. Yeah, hours of fun moving your headers around and storing them. And like I say, this one, I have to say, the telehandler one, it could just be I've got a very big header on here. There's a lot of slop there on the adjustment, the attachment, but it still works. It's not like it falls off or anything like that. Just put this over here out of the way. I know this person's going to walk through me, but let's not worry too much about that. And pop that down. Now I suppose if you wanted to simulate transporting these, just turn these off, on a trailer or something like that, unfortunately the straps on the trailers don't work over these things, but unless you use a log and it all gets a bit convoluted. But yeah, there you go. So for kind of manoeuvring around, that's your cutter adapter pack. Moving on, we have got, let's have a look at, actually let's do this one first, shall we? As you can tell, we're on Washoe. I've changed my test map to Washoe. I found the lighting on Fellsrun was getting a little bit dark and dim, and it's a lot brighter on this one. So we have got the Fleagle Lowloader. Now we had a Fleagle Lowloader on 17. I'm trying to think if we got one as standard on 19. I don't think we have. There's a few Lowloader mods out now. This is by Top Ace 888. Few configurable options on this. It is in essence a Lowloader, as you can see right in front of you. Nice, neat, tidy mod. And it is a Lowloader. All your hookups just there. Oh, actually, we didn't have a look at the price of those, did we? The adapters. I do apologise. Let's just go across very quickly. They have 4 slots each for the adapters. Telehandler one is just there, 1,200. And the wheel loader one is just there for 1,900. There are 4 slots each for the first of them. Sorry about that, completely forgot. Right, so the Lowloader comes under, as you would imagine, Lowloaders. And like I say, we've got I would say the Godholfer, it's the Goldhofer as standard. Then we've got a few different mods. We've got the Fleagle 4-axle low body, and then we've got the various different ones that we've had from various different modders. This is the one we're looking at, the Fleagle Lowloader from Top Ace 888. This is 4 slots as well. Options available, and there are a few. We can change our rim colour, and what I like is across the top we've got a few sort of steel options. We've got stainless steel silver, stainless steel black, which puts those on. Then we've got chrome steel, and then realistically any other colour you want after that. There's, you know, anything you like for those. And then we've got main colour is the main body, obviously. Let's go for red, for example. And then design colour is, I think, the chassis underneath. Let's go for yellow so it stands out. Yeah, it's the underneath sections, the box section, and I can never remember what they're called now. The drop down legs, they have got a specific name. Mine's gone completely blank. Landing gear, kind of. Yeah, I'm sure it's that, isn't it? Right, then we've got decals. So on the side we've got the Fleagle decal. It's hard to see on the side. On the back, no, it hasn't got on this one, but they are on the side. Can't zoom in any closer to that, that's annoying. But we've got white, we can have it red, which obviously you can't see on the red. And then we've got black. And then we've got extension, and that's up the top here, at the front section here. We can have yes or no. So you can have it open like that, or closed like that. Those are your options. Now, it does have straps, which you can obviously do from in-cab, or you can do from on here. So it doesn't just have to be a low loader, you can transport pallets and various different things on there if you wanted to as well. Ramp animations, very smooth. We do have a beacon. Ramps down. very nice indeed. Straps all on, all off, or you can do them manually. It's entirely up to you, of course. It's a nice, I mean, like I say, the detailing on it's very good. Like the mesh on the back sections here, very clear, very detailed. It is, in essence, a low loader. Very versatile piece of kit. So let's back that up and put it there. Next up, we have also got Top Ace 888. We have got this. This is the Fleagle Flatbed semi-trailer. This is 9 slots, and kind of the same thing as well. You've got straps all the way across it. Now, weirdly, with the actual flatbed I've got on this, the straps seem to go underneath on that. Might need a bit of a tweak, but so you can do it manually. Great thing about this is an auto load bale trailer. You can do pallets, you can do whatever you want on it, but it will do bales on auto load. So you will find this under baling technology. Now, a few people asked me about baling technology recently, and we have got a few. Somebody said to me, do we have any auto load bale trailers? Well, the Adjuranti pack here, they are auto load bale trailers. The DPW 210, you got auto load round, auto load square, they are also. You got the Fleagle DPW 180 auto load round and square, and now we've got the Fleagle flatbed semi, which is, it does round or square. Options available pretty much like the other one. It's the same modder. We can change the main colour, which is the main body. We can change the rim colour, same thing. We've got some sort of metal options at the start, and then we go on to the standard colours. So stainless steel black, for example. Then we've got design colour. Here's the chassis underneath. Let's go with, I don't know, blue. Oh no, it's not. It's the actual bed itself. Sorry, I apologise for that. It's the bed itself. Decals. Now the decals on the side don't change oddly on this one. If I go from white to red to black, nothing happens on the side, but it does change the decal on the back. There, red, black, and white on the back. Now, this is the other nice little feature on this one. He says, attaches stand nothing or trailer hitch. We can put trailer hitch on the back of this one, which makes it quite versatile because it means you can add other auto load bale trailers on the back, or other trailers. It doesn't have to be auto load bale trailers, but it does mean you can increase your capacity of how many bales you can move on an auto load in one go. I quite like that. We've got tyre options, we've got lizards. I like that very low profile look in those Trelleborgs, and Michelin's. Those Trelleborgs are very nice looking. So how does it work? Pretty much like the other auto load bale trailers. First we hook up. I'm going to open up the help menu, so we have some help. Now obviously mine just shows numbers up there. I do have my Satec side panel plugged into my PS4, but if I press L1 it will then give me the PS4 options there, square and L3, so I can either use my side panel or my usual controls on my PlayStation. Now if I get close to this, don't have to be too close in all honesty. If I put it into operating position now by pressing square, it will auto load those bales on. Now I can either transport them as they are like this, which kind of makes them almost an ethereal bale. They're on there but not technically on there, so you can drive around all over the place. You're not going to have any issues with roll or anything like that. But if you want them to be a more permanent bale, you unload onto the trailer. So if I unload now, triangle, and then unload bales here, you'll suddenly see that trailer drop a little bit. They sit down into the trailer. I can then put the straps on, and those bales can then be loaded, unloaded, moved around manually if you want to. If you want to make them back into an ethereal bale, I can then just go from transport position back to operating position, and it resets them all again on there. I can take the straps off, and they then are kind of there but not there. I know it's a bit of an odd one to kind of get your head around, but anyway, so those bales are now on. If I want to unload them, anywhere else other than the trailer, if I just press unload bales, triangle, I can then with my right stick move those bales wherever I want to put them, drop them down, and wherever I drop them down I then press unload bales here and it will unload them where they are. No problem at all. For example, there, dropped off and done, but I want to load them back on again. So transport position, operating position, back onto the trailer, and I'll show you what I mean. I have pre-prepared, yeah, pre-prepared, whatever you want to say, another bale trailer with a load on. I think this is only going to work with pin hitch trailers. I don't think it's going to work with ball hitch. Hook that up, and away we go. Double the amount on the trailer. Turn it off. So there we go, that's the Fleagle Flatbed semi-trailer. Auto load bales, you can have the round version or the square version. And like I say, with the hitch on the back, it does give you a few options. Cables all attached. Hydraulic lines, although they haven't attached here. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's that. Right, moving on. What's the last one we got? Oh yes, we've got placeable fruit trees. Bear with me 1 second. So, right in front of me we have placeable fruit trees. These are by GtX. We've had a few different placeable fruit mods recently, in that there were the fruit orchards, which are quite expensive, and it kind of comes as a set. You put down the whole thing, it's like a little park setup kind of thing. And then we had the olive trees recently as well. So these are the placeable fruit trees, a bit like the ones we had on FS17. We've got an orange tree and an apple tree. These work in the same way, in that you give them water, you get a certain amount per hour. If you give them manure as well, it doubles that up. It only shows the fruit once they've got water. What I have already done is put manure around the bottom of this one, as you can see. So that's been manured already, but it hasn't got any water, and the other one hasn't got manure or water. We'll have a look in store. Let's turn that off. These are under placeables, miscellaneous. And they are here. The orange tree, now these are 3 slots each for the first of each of those, and then as you can see now it's dropped down to 1 slot, so it's only the first one that's going to cost you 3 slots on your slot count. Orange tree and apple tree, placing them as long as you own the plot of land, bang, job done, placed. They place fairly close together as well, actually. That's actually, yeah, I mean you can put a very tight orangery or orange grove or apple orchard quite close. They are 10 grand each though. That's expensive. The olive trees were only 1,000, I think, so you could recover your money fairly quickly. 10 grand, and if they only pay out on normal, they pay out 30 per hour, easy 45, hard 20, which you could then double if you do manure and water, but that's going to take you a long time to recover the money on those trees. Quite a long time. It auto pays, you haven't got to collect the fruit yourself or anything like that, which would be cool, but you don't. So, very quickly, let's stick the manure on the other tree. The unload symbol comes up fairly easily. Triggers on the old ones on 17 were always a little bit tricky. These ones, fairly straightforward. You'll see the manure suddenly appear around the base of the tree. And I've put this one in the middle of the field, but it'll work exactly the same way. There we go. Manure will appear. There you go. I know what I've forgotten. I'm supposed to bring over the semi. Bear with me 1 second. I know it's a rather large tanker to do this with, but it's fine. As soon as you put water on, the fruit will appear. I think it's still fairly two-dimensional fruit, yeah. But I mean, that's to be expected. I think I did an orange and apple, and then would I do another orange? I can't remember. There we go. Water in. and that's it. They will bear fruit and pay out per hour until you run out. Now if I put the help menu on, it should tell me water fill level for each tree is 500 litres, manure fill level is 1000 litres per tree. How long that will last I'm not entirely sure, but let's be honest, it's not a huge amount of water or manure in each one to fill them up. Like I say, only downside is they're a little bit pricey, but I don't know if that's just because the olive ones were very, very cheap. I suppose it's the way to look at it, isn't it? But there you go. So those are by GtX, and that is the last of the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.